All right, how are you doing, Raider Nation? This is Captain Jack here. I am live on YouTube here and Facebook here. Tammy Taylor, thank you for coming aboard. Good to see some folks that are here. The comments should be good to go. Becky, good to see you as well. We are talking Ashley, yes. Got a lot over here. Let's see. Artie, Tracy Dillery, thank you for coming aboard. Richard Cessna. Wow, good to see you. Sup? Linus and Louie and Gladys. A lot of people here. I don't know if you can hear me okay on Facebook, okay? Because the camera is a little bit on the older side. Hey, Tracy. But I'm going to be watching both screens for comments. I will say this. The better camera and the better microphone is going to be on YouTube. Now, I'm going to be trying to monitoring both sides because I'm going to have both what do you call it, mice here. Had to turn you up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, been a minute, Linus. It has been. Bruce, good to see you as well. It's going to be a little bit difficult for me. Again, apologies. I do not have I don't have a sound guy. I don't have my own keyboard guy. In the industry, you have a board op. I'm my own board op. But what we are here to do tonight is we're talking Raider football because there's a lot going on and there's a lot of rumors and there's a lot of things that are just eating away at everybody. So before I turn the phone line on, and as you can see, the phone line is right up there, 813-699-0834. Yeah, I covered the You Don't Know Jack About Sports sign because these are two separate shows. Ask Captain Jack is basically primarily a Raider-centric show, and we try to keep it like that. I mean, I don't mind if other folks call in that are talking about their other teams because, again, that was the format which we've evolved over to You Don't Know Jack About Sports because we're talking football, we're talking basketball, we're talking hockey, we're talking baseball. And I ask you for the best sound, and especially when we start getting callers, okay? I can tell you that, wow, I don't have anybody watching on YouTube. That sucks. But I will say that for the best sound, the callers are probably going to be going over to YouTube sound because that's the computer that has the hookup on this computer with the calls that are coming in. Now, I haven't turned on the calls yet because what I'm going to do is this, as I do at the beginning of every show, bottom line up front, the bluff from Captain Jack. And I kind of alluded to it earlier. Don't listen to the crap that's out there in the press, that's out there causing you to click. Because all you're doing is you're giving somebody some pay that hasn't written a real story yet. Clickbait, rumor control, bull crap. And that's all it is. That's all it is. It's clickbait, rumor control, bull crap. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Daniel Carlson. Yeah. I tell you what, that we're gonna get into him, and I'm glad you brought him up. But I will say again, the majority of my shows are going to be on YouTube because the venue has better capabilities. It doesn't have the fits and starts that Facebook does. I know a lot of people prefer to stay on Facebook, but the other shows that I'm doing, which is the Black Shield and Galleon Wheel podcast, is going to be exclusively on YouTube. And I had, like I said, I had a really good interview with Willie Roaf, but it's so large that I have to figure out how to smush it down to upload to YouTube with a picture and all the other things. So I'm dealing with it. Okay, I'm not a techie. I'm a dude that gets behind a microphone and listens to you as you call in and we discuss things. And I appreciate you all giving me the amount of views that I have. I appreciate that. But don't listen to the crap. Hey, Leslie, good to see you as well. What's really gone with the Raiders? And I'm I'll get to that. But I will say this again. If you see stuff about the Raiders stadium situation, don't click on it. Why? Because it hasn't been resolved yet. They said they're going to resolve it by X time. If you see a story that says a certain diva wide receiver is going to be dealt by Friday, which is tomorrow, don't click on it because it says is looking to be dealt. If you see a story that says X person traded to the Raiders that looks factual, says traded for X, Y, and Z, then I'd click on it. And while we're there, because I'm broaching the subject right now, for all of those that want Antonio Brown, mixed feelings. The guy is a standout, fantastic receiver who is a head case, prima donna, pain in the ass. Premier receiver, yeah. Prima donna kind of goes with the position. Head case, and I'm going to talk about that. I think that he's deliberately doing all the stupidity and the stupid stuff like Mr. Big Chest. Dude, I got a bigger chest than you. I also got a bigger stomach than you, but I'm also twice your age. Or not quite twice your age. Because I'm not twice your age. But I'm getting there. Gary, I wanted to come to CTE, but I can't. In fact, I still have 2 tickets for CTE, and I need to sell them. And I'm sorry that I'm not coming. I would love to be there. Randy Moss 2.0, Raider J has got it right on the nose. And it's not showing you live. Why? Why is it not showing me live? Huh. Go, hey, Linus, Linus, go. I don't know why it says I'm live here now. It says I'm on 8:13. Yeah, I'm live. Hang on here. I appreciate you letting me know. Apologies. I'm going to look real quick. Go to my page. Huh. I don't know why it says I'm not live. Because it says on the live control room that I am. Double click. Linus, since you brought it up, go ahead and do that again. I don't know why. If you can, Linus, I appreciate you letting me know that. Another diva. You go to the YouTube. Yeah. And I'm not subscribed to the right page. Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah, there you go, Linus. I don't know. Look for, and I say this again, Captain Jack Rackham Levy, Levy. Levy. Let me know if that works. Now, back to the subject. Diva, Antonio Brown. Yeah, he'd be a good get, but at what cost? He's going to be, in my mind, pending further information, a locker room distraction. So I don't know if I want that. And here's the other thing. Do I want a locker room distraction at the cost of a number one draft pick? Hell to the no. I know if you say, well, if we give him the one we got from Dallas, it'd be an even swap. Hey, Cheryl and Noel, thanks for coming here. But I still don't want to give up that pick that we got for Amari Cooper. I don't want it. And yeah, I do have somebody over on YouTube, Linus. So it is going in. Okay. So again, Antonio Brown, is he going to be a Raider? We might find out tomorrow. I don't particularly want Antonio Brown if we're going to give up a first rounder. And to be very honest, I don't want to even give up a second rounder for him, although he is worth a second round pick at most. I can consider maybe a third. But why should we give the Steelers a third round pick if they know that they got to get rid of him and they're shopping them? Why give him a third round pick? See if we can give him a fourth round pick. Because the Steelers fleeced us for Martavis Bryant last year, and I'm still pissed at that. It was a fleecing. It was anal corruption, if I can be so blunt. Thanks, Greg. Greg agrees with me. Don't want to do it. And if I want a Brown, yeah, there you go. Vikesh has as well. This is a rebuild. We got some good capabilities. If you want to get a Brown, get a John Brown in free agency, or get Marquise Brown, who's Antonio's cousin. That's what I'd do. Okay. And I'll get to that, Jerry. If I don't cover it, we'll go over it. But again, I appreciate you coming over to YouTube, because YouTube is where I'm going to be by this year, by football season. YouTube is going to be, it's all YouTube. So please come over there now. It's your opportunity to get in on the ground floor, shall we say. If you don't have the link, I think that I'll put that in there. Tired of rebuild. I know, Becky. Would rather go for Landon Collins. Great. Vikesh, you're getting ahead of me, though. I'm going to go there. I swear. I'm going to go there. Don't want Antonio Brown. Let's drop that subject. We've already covered the subject of the stadium. Don't even click on anything unless it says this is what's going on. And this is the final resolution. If it either says Raiders are staying in Oakland for 2019 for sure, resolved, official, click. If it says Raiders are not going to be staying in Oakland because somebody said that they didn't resolve the issue, then you click. But until you got one of those headlines right there, don't friggin' click. There's no need to. It's a bunch of BS clickbait. So we've gone over that. I'll believe it when my rep calls. You got it. When and here's the other thing. If you know people that are season ticket holders, I'm one. Becky Gutzler's one. I know you guys know who the season ticket holders are. When they start posting on Facebook or Instagram that, hey, my ticket rep called me and we're going to do this, then you know it's official. Okay? I don't know what to say, Linus. Tommy Beard wants Antonio Brown. Tommy, why are you here on Facebook? You need to be on YouTube. If you're going to call and listen in, like I said, if you want the better sound is on YouTube. If you got to jack it up all the way, it's because Facebook has the microphone that's on the machine. Okay, so that's that. No more Antonio Brown talk until it's official. And there you go. Leslie is giving us a spot report from our correspondent in Las Vegas, Miss Leslie Marie Van Tassel, who lives there, who says it's coming along nicely, and I believe her. The Raiders will be in Vegas in 2020. Book it, mark it, it's going to happen. Why? because they already are going to have the draft there in 2020, and the draft is going to be in April. So you got to have a viable, functioning building by then. So book that. The people are saying, well, that extra year, yeah, they threw in the extra year just in case something unforeseen happens. So we'll do that. Red Matthew, thanks again, brother. Red Matthew, go to YouTube. Free agency. And Vikesh, I think, was it Vikesh who was talking about Jared Cook? I'm going to go there. Let's talk about the Raider free agents. You're not showing on YouTube. Okay. Well, Tommy, somebody's on YouTube. I got two viewers on YouTube. So I don't know what's going on. Let's talk about the Raider free agents, okay? These guys are exclusive. Daniel Carlson, who is a historic kicker, exclusive rights free agent. We're going to keep him. Excuse me. Marcel Aitman is an exclusive rights free agent. According to Mike Mayock, he's our ex-receiver. I would kind of guarantee that he's going to be on the team next year. We're going to keep him. And if you haven't been keeping up, we did tender Daryl Worley and Richard. Okay. Excuse me. When I start to scream, I get a little phlegmy. Need to have something to drink. Didn't have it here, so I'll try to get it later. Worley and Richard were tendered at second-round picks, and for I think $325,000, I believe, is what the figure I said or saw. So that's a good pick. YouTube was wiggy. Okay. What do they describe to you as showing the March 3rd, but I didn't click on it. Huh. Well, then you guys are getting a treat because, again, this is showing. The sound will be better. We're going to find out when those calls come in. I'll tell you that. We're going to find out when the calls come in. Okay. We went over the exclusive rights. Those guys are pretty much their back. Now, restricted free agents is Eric Harris, the safety. I'm pretty sure we're going to sign him because he was playing well as a safety at the end of the year. And I think you all can agree that Eric Harris is worth saving on the team. Now, unrestricted free agents. The only one that I guarantee you that I would want, and this is of all of the ones that are there, is Dwayne Harris. Dwayne Harris, the man who ran for a touchdown against the Broncos on the Monday night game. Great special teamer, very smart, very intelligent, works hard. That's the only exclusive, unrestricted free agent, hey, Dan, that I want back for sure. Dwayne Harris. Jared Cook, not for what he wants. And if the Raiders wanted to lock him up, he would be signed right now. I told you this before. I have it on exclusive good comments, intelligence from somebody that knows in the industry, the team, that Jon Gruden has been stated that Jared Cook is not a leader in the locker room, and he doesn't want him back. He doesn't practice well. He's not a leader. Hey, Dave. And Chuck. So if that's what you have, if Jon Gruden says it himself, I don't want him. Because the head coach knows how he practices. We don't know how he practices. We don't know what he does in the locker room. I'm not on the team. I'm not giving you exclusive information. I just said that a source that is connected to those that know, that are in the know, said that Jared Cook is not going to be back. And I don't think he will be. And figure out what he's worth. Remember, he's 30 years old. The Raiders are moving in a direction where they're going to have people that are younger. There's going to be X amount of people that are veterans that are going to be able to be worth it. Okay. Having said that, you got Jonathan Hankins and Clinton McDonald. One of them I would re-sign if they want to stay. Brandon LaFell, I know, is an unrestricted free agent and came down with an injury last year. But if he checks out medically, I'd re-sign him. Jonathan Feliciano, swing guard and center. If he doesn't ask for too much, yeah, I'd consider that. Jared Cook, our best receiving option. Not really warm on it. Not really warm on it. Yeah, I know, Linus, but you need a leader too. And Matt Dennis says it best. He's going to price himself off the team. If he comes to an agreement where the Raiders want to keep him, he'll be there. But I don't think he's going to be there. Because I'll tell you what, Waller, the young tight end, is going to be there. Okay? And Smith is going to be there because they signed him and gave him an extension or money this year for next year. And he is a swarthy vet that Gruden wants to keep. He can block. He can catch the ball. He's going to be there. I like Waller too, by the way. I think he's going to be a very good player. But again, these are our free agents. My impersonation of Gene Hackman and Hoosiers with that little padded, thing. Started popping that all the time. That's my impression. But I think we're okay at the tight end. Art Loya, yeah, maybe 7.5 with incentives. Waller's going to be good. I'm glad you think so as well. And thanks for everybody else who came on board. Dusty, good to see from you as well. So we got a list of free agents. And I swear I'll open up the phone line in a little bit. There's plenty of names out there. I just went through the listing. I suggest you go to Spot Track for free agency. They have a tracker. And I went through the list. If Captain Jack is the GM and they agree, these guys I'm going through, agree to a contract that makes sense, these are some of the guys I want in free agency. And spoiler alert, Le'Veon Bell is not on the list. Because he wants too much, I'm sure. And to be honest, I think Le'Veon Bell wants to stay in the AFC North because he wants to play Pittsburgh twice a year and stick it to him. And by the way, if Lynch's injury looks like he's okay, maybe. But there are better running backs, and I like Lynch. I don't like his stance or lack of, but we won't get into the politics. So you're looking for some help on the defensive line, right? Okay, sure. We need that. Our defensive lines can be really good because I think we're going to get some really good draft picks. Yeah, Jalen Richard was tendered, Linus. He was tendered, so I think he's going to stay with us. AB will be a Raider, giving up the 27th pick. God, I hope not, Brian's mom. I hope not. And Linus, yeah, it says that Bell's going to be a Raven. Like I said, I would if you're intent on signing Antonio Brown, maybe a second. Don't give up that first. God, why? Don't give the Steelers anything worthwhile. I say, you know what? We want him. We're going to give you a third rounder. There you go, Dusty. Dusty's been looking at my list. Oh, some of them are on my list, Dusty. C.J. Anderson is not. You looking for some defensive line help? I already said that maybe, actually, I'd rather prefer Hankins than McDonald in that order and on a contract. You want some help on the D-line? These guys are available. Ndamukong Suh, Ziggy Ansah, Corey Legit, Sheldon Richardson, and Mo Wilkerson. And I threw Mo at the very end, but I looked, he's 32. These guys, Legit, Suh, Ansah, and Richardson, I believe are under 30. And that's where I would go, under 30. At least that's what the ages were that when I looked last. I didn't get them all, but we'll see. And yeah, Metcalf, Cheryl, that's the draft. We'll talk. Hold on. We'll talk draft when we do some phone calls. Okay. Thanks, honey. And yeah, I definitely want you all to call. But those are the defensive line. Okay. So you're looking at a safety, Earl Thomas. If he checks out physically, but I think Earl Thomas is going to be a Cowboy. I think Earl Thomas is going to be a Cowboy. Eric Weddle? No. Why go old? You have an old safety in Reggie Nelson. I don't need another old safety. If I want a safety, I'm going after Landon Collins of the Giants, maybe Tyrone Matthew, maybe. But I'd go after Landon Collins first. There you go. Linus gets it. That's my first free agent signing. Go get Landon Collins. You want some help on the D-line? Really? At end, I'd go get either Dante Fowler or Trey Flowers. Those are my two guys. You give me Dante Fowler. And by the way, I spoke with Dante Fowler, his father, when we played the Jaguars a couple years ago. He'd like to be a Raider. I got that right from his dad. That's not collusion. That's not hearsay. I spoke with Dante Fowler's dad. He said he'd like to be a Raider. And this was when he was still on the Jaguars before they dealt him. Because Dante Fowler is from my area here. And I told him I was from Tampa. We spoke. I'd go get Dante Fowler. If not, I'd get Trey Flowers. Those are the two defensive ends I'd get. You want some linebacker help? Okay. Outside. Anthony Barr, available. Or take one or two guys from Denver, and addition by subtraction. You grab two guys from Denver that are worthwhile and make them weaker. And that's either Shaq Barrett or Shane Ray. That's what I would do. Shaq Barrett or Shane Ray. Addition by subtraction. Now, Shane Ray has some issues, so you need to make sure he checks out. Shaq Barrett, I'd take. Brown will be, Raid will be an Eagle? I don't think so. Weddle will be a Charger again. Collins will be a Raider, and Earl Thomas will be a 49er. I think Earl Thomas is going to go to Dallas. Collins doesn't cover very well. Yeah, but you know what, Dusty? He's I think that he'd be better than people think. Yeah, Popeye's in. How you doing, brother? My day went pretty well. Okay. Yep. What else is going on here? No phone service. Yeah, actually, my phone is off for some reason. I don't know. Let's talk running back. See, this is why I said for good camera work, go to YouTube. You want a running back? Okay, you know you got Richard. Mark Ingram, Spencer Ware, or TJ Yeldon. Capable running backs. In that order, by the way, too. Mark Ingram, Spencer Ware, TJ Yeldon. That's who I'd go grab. I'd grab one of those guys. You want a corner? Pierre Desser, who was just had a lot of good things, good traits coming out of college. He was supposed to be a really top pick. I think Pierre Desser would be that corner. Get rid of Melvin. Melvin doesn't play the game. Pain in the ass. And by the way, Brandon Roby is available, and I think Brandon Roby would be a good corner here as well. And finally, inside linebacker Denzel Perryman. Again, you take from somebody within the division and make yourself better, and you make them weaker. Denzel Perryman. Those are my free agents. This is about the draft. Like I said, Cheryl wants to talk about the draft. All I want to say is this. Hopefully, the Raiders are not looking at a quarterback this year in the first couple rounds. Hopefully. Because I don't want Kyler Murray as a number 4 pick. No. I don't want Haskins, or I think it's Haskins. Kid from Ohio State. No. I don't want Drew Lock either. If I want a quarterback this year, I get the kid out of Duke who's played in a pro system, intelligent, can pick up the offense. And I'm sorry to say this as a Gator, but Will Grier has got I don't want to say $1 million arm. He's got a $500,000 arm and about a 5-cent head and a hot wife. And that's about all he has going for him. So that's my choices there. The draft is where you get your market. It's where you get your younger kids. It's where you rebuild. The free agents, I said, at a good price, they're going to be coming in this year. I think we can get them. You have a low, what's it say? I didn't see what it says. Shane, he hated the Raiders. He said that the draft even before Denver took him. Dusty, we'll see. I bet you if you throw the right money at him. Yeah, Linus, the smoke detector is beeping. I need to change it. And Jesse, good to see you as well. Ingram would be good. Thank you. Shane Ray, Dusty will check on that. Don't forget about Chris Warren. Yeah, I know, because Chris Warren's already here. I mean, that's why, I give him thought, because he's already on the team. And I got you. With the first pick, we take Haskins. Oh boy, I hope not. And I know Popeye. Okay. You can get him in a later round. Who? Murray will go number 1, as long as he ain't coming to us. Chris Warren is a little injury prone. I don't want to spill my health problems during the show. Okay, Chris. I hope everybody's doing well, and I'm doing okay. Okay, here's the thing. Turn on the phone. I'm turning on the phone. And like I said, please subscribe on YouTube. I think we're up at 99, I believe. But I'm turning on the phone right now. Hopefully we get some people to call in. So if you want to call in, I know that was a really long intro, but I think it was needed to be said. Don't click on stuff until it's worthwhile. Thanks, Lance. Will Grier, maybe Linus, later round. Later round. 3rd, 4th round. $500,000 arm, 50-cent head. And I just upgraded him. I think I said it had a nickel head, so I gave him 45 cents in about a minute. Line is open. 813-699-0834. Who is going to call in? And by the way, if you call in, let me make sure to check the settings. Okay, which I will do now. Hopefully, yep, settings. Rings, mute, yep. It should work. So I will see. Hopefully it works. So the line is open. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. Who wants to call in? Popeye. Why am I here then? Brian. You got Brian's mom. You got to understand Popeye. Popeye's full of Popeye. Don't pay him. No, never mind. He loves the Raiders. 813-699-0834. Thanks, Raider Ken. Appreciate that. I got a brand new, I know it's off the subject, but went to the Phillies game today. They sucked today. Brand new Bryce Harper jersey. I will be wearing it soon. Can't wait. And shirt. And jersey shirt. Line is open. 813-699-0834. Who is going to call? The phone should be working. Don't tell me the phone's not working. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to go here. And hopefully I hear somebody. Yeah, the live is working. I know the live is working here. So that's a good thing. But I need to hear from you on the phone. 813-699-0834. We've spoken about it. We know which free agents we want, at least what I want. And it's to the betterment of the Raiders. You're not going to go with guys that are going to be really, really too old for the team. People that are going to come in and be worthwhile. Team players. Not guys that are going to cause you hate and discontent. I'm hearing the weeds. Figures out of Popeye. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like I said, Brian's mom, but Popeye's just being Popeye. I've seen 3 of your broadcasts on YouTube, but tonight's only showing Marsha. Okay, Raider Neil, we do got a caller, so good, and it's working here. Okay, Ed Winchell, how you doing, brother? Where are you watching? You watching on Facebook? You watching on YouTube?
I can only see you on Facebook. The volume is really low, boss.
Yeah.
And when you go to YouTube, it says tap and retry, and you get nothing.
Okay. This is the This is the reason why I say, and it's probably with the fact that with me being on systems that are so close to each other and on the same system, I don't know why. I will be using better camera work when I get my new camera out. I got a lot of stuff over here. When I get and by the way, the room is coming along, so the studio is getting there. There's way too much stuff to put on the walls, but it's going to be enough where I can actually have a diverse collection of stuff that you guys can see on camera. Collins, yeah. But I'm trying to read the comments from my other computer.
I can't comment on your Facebook hookup because there's no way for me to comment anything.
Huh. Well,
that's why a lot of people that usually comment probably are commenting, or if they're trying to.
Are you talking on YouTube? Because there's the YouTube.
No, nothing. You're not on YouTube at all. This is all on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I am. It's showing that I'm live on YouTube, so I apologize for the issue.
Can you go to YouTube? Can you go to YouTube on the side and see if you could connect to you?
I tried doing that, and then it actually, it just showed. It couldn't see where I was actually going to me. So I will try again while we're here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, once we get all the snags worked out, I'll be happy to call back and see if I can get through everything. But I wanted to keep you posted, Cap.
I appreciate that. Well, while you're here, Edward, don't waste the call. Yeah. What do you want to talk about, brother? What do you want to talk about?
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
On my mind.
You got it. You got it.
You know, it's funny. I mentioned to you the other day, whenever a top-ranked receiver, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, they're always talking to the Raiders.
That's right.
You know, and it's interesting. I hear Antonio Brown now is talking to Cam Newton's team.
Good. Because
I thought you would like that.
Yeah, I don't want Antonio Brown a lot. And to be honest, I'd rather have Le'Veon Bell. If I'm gonna have a Steeler outcast, I'd rather have Le'Veon Bell.
Right.
So we'll see.
Have you heard that the Raiders are supposedly interested in playing the preseason games in Canada?
No, that's news.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your source on that?
I believe I read it on Google.
Yeah, but what?
I believe it was just a comment that some reporter posted that the Raiders are looking at Canada to play their postseason games. I don't know.
Must have been a Freudian slip because you said to play their postseason games. Hey, we're going to the postseason according to Ed Winchell. That's a good thing.
Well, if it's not 19, I believe it'll be 20.
Okay.
Either or.
Yeah.
I think Derek Carr is going to have a fabulous year. I think this is going to be his best year ever. If they can just help him with the offensive line,
yeah,
protect him a little more.
Yep, I agree.
He'll have the time he needs to get the ball long. It's just when you're talking second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, it's hard to go downfield to even do your read because what the chaos is developing on the offensive line.
Yeah, and Jerry White I'm reading Jerry White said something about I saw a Canada game as well. So there's talk. I haven't seen any of this, so this is all news to me. But right. Thank you for because there's the only things that I can read, and then I appreciate everybody calling in and letting me know. But
you'll know that I'm honest, and I wanted to say, hey, the Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl next year. Something I'd like you to know about it because this way it will get posted in a lot of people's heads what's going on, and that would be a good thing.
Yeah. I tell you what, Ed, I think you've been bounced, shipmate.
I've been bounced, boss.
All right, you take care. Thanks for calling in. We'll see you later. All right, we got a caller. Who is this at 443?
My name is John Sheba, calling from Baltimore.
John Sheba, thank you for calling in, brother. Hey, do me a favor. Yeah. After you get off the phone, text me that saying, hey, text me this is your name, and then I'll have it in my phone. And this way, when it comes up, I'll know who you're talking. And you say you're from Baltimore, correct?
Yeah, calling from Baltimore, Maryland.
Outstanding. How cold is it up there?
It's cold. Today was 30, 38. Tomorrow's 37. Rain now.
Wow. Well,
yeah, it's been spring-like weather, then winter, and it's on a spot colder right now.
Well, I tell you, stay as warm as you can, shipmate, and I want you in good. I want you in good thoughts and spirits, and I want you warm.
Yes, yes. So basically, I was calling to kind of clear up what the gentleman was talking about the Canada game.
Please do, talk to me.
So what it is they're going to practice with the Los Angeles Rams and have an exhibition game.
Okay.
So it's not a preseason game. It was just like a practice. They're going to practice together and have a little exhibition game for, I guess, up there in Canada.
Okay.
I read something that fell through. So you know how the news is getting us all hyped. But I'm ready for some Raider football.
We're all ready, brother. We're all ready. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you, and I'm gonna call back someday. And, I'm on YouTube, and the video is good, and the volume's good.
Okay, so you can see me on YouTube.
Yeah, well, when I first got on, it was doing exactly what that gentleman said. It said try again, so I thought it was my Wi-Fi, and so I just waited about a minute, and I clicked on, and you popped up.
Okay, well, thank you for the information, and hey, yeah. I appreciate everybody telling me, because again, I do my best. I do what I can. I do knowledgeable things, but again, I'm not a techie, and it's unfortunate, but I do what I can.
I enjoy your show, so stay warm down there.
All right, hey, thanks again, buddy. Like I said, give me a text and say, hey, this is, and your name and number. This way, I'll know. I'll try to get you in my phone.
All right, Captain Jack.
Hey, and call back anytime.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you. That was, I think you said John. I think it was John from Baltimore area. If I got it wrong, I apologize, shipmate. So we're in there. So yeah, apparently, because there's no comments coming up here on YouTube. I don't know why. There's issues, technical issues. Chester, good to see from you as well. Thank you. Dusty, supposedly Chiefs only won a second round pick for D Ford. Wow. You know what? I'd give a second for D Ford, Dusty. I would. Messenger, yep. And yeah, I love to hear everybody. Pop, I don't want him, but YouTube not working. I will, again, apologies there. At least I know that this time, apparently the gentleman said that it says try again. Just keep trying. Now you guys that are on Facebook, you can hear the caller. Hopefully you can hear the caller. What position would you go with the first round pick 6? Are you talking, Lance? Are you talking for your Giants or for the Raiders at number 6? Oh yeah, you're talking for your Giants at 6. You guys need a quarterback. And by the way, the latest that I saw as far as quarterbacks is that the Broncos have figured out that having 2 expensive older quarterbacks on their roster. Thanks, Mandy. Love you, darling. I do, and I miss you too, Mandy. I miss you. We definitely got to go to a game this year. Caller, but I can hear you. Okay, yeah. See, okay, thanks, Ken. Yes, thank you there, Oso. No problem. We heard Ed. Can't even see the comments. They're just not on YouTube. Okay, thanks for all the input. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Mandy. Mandy and I are going to a game. As soon as Mandy gets some sitters, we're going to a game. That's a promise. All right. Line is open. At least we know the phone works. That's a good thing. 813-699-0834. Popeye. Call in, brother. It's always good to hear from you as well. And by the way, while we were here, I can proudly say, at least proudly right now, that I have my 100 subscribers. Don't unsubscribe, because we need more, because there are things that I have to have with at least 100 subscribers. So I'm gonna start doing that. Okay, I'll make the URL that will make it my URL. And I thank everybody who subscribed. Please stay there, because again, it's not always going to be on on Facebook. I just figured that I would open it up for Facebook because I know most people see me on Facebook, and I want to have a good conversation there. But I know it's recording on YouTube, so at least I know it'll be a good conversation there. Line is open, 813-699-0834. G Mike, good to see you as well. I tell you, Lance, you need a quarterback, and I would get, if you want a good quarterback, Lance, for the Giants, I would go after the Duke quarterback. And I know that would be something, or Will Grier, who's got, like I said, who's got more ability, and is a better passer. I would get Will Grier or the kid from Duke. I want the Raiders to get the kid from Duke. If the Raiders grab a quarterback, I say wait till next year. Thank you, Raider Ken. Thank you, sir. If the Raiders need a quarterback, give Carr this year to get his stuff together, get an offensive line around him, and go after a quarterback next year in 2020 when there is plenty of quarterbacks available that are really good. And Valerie keeps losing my video. John Shalor. Thank you there, John. I'll put this in here. I'm going to talk to Valerie real quick. I said, go to Facebook or YouTube, because I want to see my peeps. Always good hearing from everybody. It's been too wild. It's been too long. Line is open. Yeah, G Mike, I don't like Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock to me is like there's plenty of quarterbacks that have come from Missouri and just been busts. I don't like Drew Lock. What do you think about picking a wide receiver in the first round? Dave, there you go. And for the people that were talking about picking Metcalf at 4, no. We've seen this before. Daryl Boston come to mind, David Boston. Big, thick receiver, second coming of T.O. Too stiff in the NFL and was on roids, by the way. I mean, Metcalf, if he slipped into the 20s, he's going to be a good receiver, but I don't want him at 4. If the Raiders trade back, maybe. But I tell you what, there are plenty of other things I want. I want a defensive lineman. Yeah, I want maybe Montez Sweat. I want Quentin Williams. I don't want Nick Bosa, but give me Quentin Williams. Give me Allen all day long. Which is why if those quarterbacks get 1 or 2 quarterbacks go in the first 4, maybe Josh Allen falls to us. Josh Allen, I'll take every day and Sunday and 3 times on Sunday. Quentin Williams, I know we're thick on defensive tackle, but that would be a hell of a defensive line with those tackles we got with P.J. Hall and Hurst and Quentin Williams. Yeah. No good wide receivers first. We need defensive line. Yeah, I know line. I agree with you also. But we got picks. That's why I don't want Antonio Brown. That's why I do not want Antonio Brown. Chester, Portsmouth. Thank you there. Appreciate it. I remember Portsmouth. Well, I understand Metcalf did not do well in the catching drills and his cuts, and I mean route running, probably. Again, he's bulky. He's not fluid. And I mean, for the most part, Burris did well, and he was fluid, okay? Terrell Owens was fluid. This guy isn't fluid. Andy Isabella is faster, runs better out. Dusty, thank you. And Andy Isabella would be a great slot guy, okay? And I think he's from Boston College, if I'm not mistaken. And you know that being a BC guy, that our general manager, Mike Mayock, loves him from Boston College, because where's Mike Mayock from? Boston College. Andy Isabella would be a fantastic get. and maybe would even be available maybe in the 3rd round. But he's going to be snapped up. He's going to be a fantastic get for somebody. I'd love Andy Isabella. Thanks for bringing that to the table. Going up on the offensive line and defense, pass rusher too. Definitely we need a deep threat. I know. Ken, I love you, man. I know you meant to say deep threat. But you say it, but right there it says deep throat, and that makes this a PG-13 broadcast. I know you meant deep threat at wide receiver, but they cut Carlos. There's no playoffs. Who will set us back at least 5 years. Who's Carlos? Raider Gesture. Good to see you, brother. No, I don't want OBJ. He's better, but he's going to cost more, and even on that, I just why can't we find a wide receiver that has a great wherewithal? And apologize. You know what? I'm going to try this. This might be the reason why that the broadcast is not coming in on. Try that. Don't move. Okay. Maybe. And I put the camera away from the camera that was on YouTube. So maybe that resolves that glitch from the cameras being very close to each other. I'm just trying here. Maybe it works. I'm going to redo the page. See if I can see anything. Maybe it redoes the page. Let's see what this says here. What is this? Cookies blocked. No. Oh, yeah, always allow cookies, man. And I'm sorry I'm talking to myself. Jerry Arnsbury, thank you for coming aboard. Patty Walker. Love Patty Walter. Line is open. 810. That's the problem. You can't see the phone number. I'm going to try to get this better. I know. Let's try this. I'm going to have to go here. It's a weird view, but you need to get trying to get the, okay. Maybe that'll clear it up a bit. The line is open. And again, I apologize for shifting the camera, but I'm trying to make sure that maybe why the YouTube is sticking is because the cameras were too close to each other. These are the cameras that they're seeing. But we'll see if that works. Because YouTube is still here. Yep. Good to go on YouTube. We've been here an hour. I'm ready to go for another hour. Line is open, 813-699-0834. I will get another stand for the next time. And like I said, this microphone that you see and the camera that you see, better reception on the YouTube channel. Hopefully it'll be better next time. Paris Campbell, good, great wide receiver. Thank you for offering that, John. I agree. That's what I meant. Yeah, I know, Ken. Deep throat. I know. Gars there, they lose him. They'll be, yeah, of course it would. We do without a star wideout. You know, I think Marcel Aitman's going to be just fine. And if you get Brendan LaFell back if Brandon LaFell comes back from his injury, I think it'll be great. Matt, thanks for coming in. Golden Tate is also available. I think Golden Tate's 32. I think I would rather have Golden Tate than Antonio Brown. Let them know Antonio Brown because he's 31 and needs younger talent if they're rebuilding. Tim Cruz, the cruiser. I agree. But if you're gonna go older, I would take Golden Tate. I wish there was a Tim Brown and Jerry Rice receiver out there. No, those guys are one of a kind. Who else we got? Ronald Wayne, thank you for joining us. Sean Millett, thank you for coming in. Khalil Hodge, number 4, University of Buffalo linebacker. Really? Another Khalil from the University of Buffalo. At number 4? There's a guy that played for Louisiana Tech that was the leader in sacks this year in the NCAA. Can't remember his name. Get him at the end of the second, maybe at the end of the second, but use that third round pick, come up and get him if you think he might not be there. That's who I'd get. Guy's got a lot of ability. He reminds folks of 50 Who, that other Khalil. I get him. I can't remember his name though. Julian, thank you for coming in as well. Who else we got here? Line is open, 813. I know you can't see it as well. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. Let me see if I can get that a little better. Yes, there we go. 813-699-0834. Line is open. I want to talk. It's your time. This is the Ask Captain Jack show. We've had 2 callers, 3 callers. Well, John Shalor called and Ed called. Come on in. Up. Don't move, camera. Don't move. I'm afraid it might be moving. So who else we got? You 420 times, 3 years of college, tackle machine. Okay, Howard. Number 4, Jersey. Okay. I don't know about him there, Mr. Hodge. I'll take your word for it. I do not profess to know everything. Not on this show. On my other show where you don't know jack about sports. Well, there you go. 813-699-0834. We're talking draft. Remember, the Raiders have pick 4, pick 24, 27, and I think 30, 35, and I think 66, something like that. That's 5 picks in the first 66. Do the breakdown. Excuse me. A little tired from the baseball game today. Costume deal isn't finalized yet to a little snag. Tim, you know what the little snag is? This is me thinking. This is me thinking obvious thoughts. What is it? Occam's razor. The most obvious explanation is usually right. According to me, by what I'm thinking, Occam's razor, it's the damn lawsuit. It's the damn lawsuit. That's what it is, in my thinking. It's that, dude, we'll do this, drop the friggin' lawsuit. Hodges Mott going in the 5th round, not number 4. Okay, well, Dusty's there. That's a okay. Dusty said that his jersey number was number 4. Definitely not number 4. If Hodge is a beast, go get him. We've had good luck picking linebackers from the University of Buffalo, haven't we? We might not be able to keep them, but we've had good luck with them. Dusty, always a pleasure, brother. 813-699-0834. While we're here, and again, if I get a chance to, I'll get that extra. I'm going to try to have to find that extra mic because I know the mic isn't the best. The camera is decent, so I'm not going to have to worry about that. There's another stand. But I will have, like I say, some folks coming up for interviews. I've approached Luke Lawton, the former Raiders fullback. He's gonna talk with us. He's gonna do a show with us. That's the Black Shield and Galleon Wheel podcast. That's gonna happen. Jerry Bell, who was in the National Football League Retired Players Association. I reached out to him. I met him here in Tampa for the Raiders-Bucks game. Great guy. He will do an interview with us. If you want to talk issues with a player, that is the person to talk to. That is the person to talk to. And yes, I'm going to reach out to a couple of the other players that have done interviews, and hopefully we'll get them back. I think we will. And Jon Gruden, who was in the Raiders office, is said that he would come back and do another interview. So things you want to talk about. Jon Gruden has gotten the most outstanding stories. And that's why if you're not reading his book, and I used to have it with me, but with all of the things I'm doing on the move, I probably have it out there. Jon Gruden is there, and Bruce Kebrick I've spoken to as well. And Bruce said he would come on. I just got to get with Bruce and find out when would be a good time for Bruce and John for all of their stories. And I think Bruce is probably done. Bruce is doing like a bunch of – he used to do scouting as well. I think 100% correct, but the mayor said today they're not dropping the lawsuit. Well, then there you go, Tim. If they're not dropping the lawsuit, then we're at an impasse. And I think the mayor is – well, I'll try to keep this show at a nice level. But I don't particularly like the mayor. Libby. Can't stand her. I don't live out there, so I'm allowed to say that. Don't like her. Mayor Kwan, Mayor Schaaf have been shafting the Raider Nation for years. Just bought his book. Can't wait to. Cheryl, you're going to love the book. You were going to love the book. Jon Gruden's book with Bruce Kebrick. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And Jon Gruden is one of the nicest guys. I've had a chance to have breakfast with him. Well, actually, breakfast and a brunch with him twice. Can't wait to see him again. I will say that John, I won't let the cat out of the bag. I don't know. John told me what he's going to be doing this season. I don't know whether it's out in the public yet, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But he'll be busy. He'll be busy this year during football season, and good for him. Love Jon Gruden and Bruce Kebrick. Hopefully, we'll see him soon. As I stated, I have 2 tickets to the Commitment to Excellence banquet this Saturday. So in what, 2 days? Yeah, Cheryl, love his stories too. So I can't go because I have to be here. I'm basically stuck in a radius of I think 25 miles from my job. I can't be outside that radius, so I can't go. So if you know of somebody that might want to go to Commitment to Excellence dinner, I mean, it's getting into the 11th hour here. I'm putting it on blast. If you know somebody that might want to go to the CTE dinner and they can make it, and that they will be drama-free, no butt plugs, please. I want people that are worthwhile. Give the captain a call. It's 10:09. Hopefully we get some calls. 813-699-0834. I've been answering your comments. I appreciate everybody who is subscribed. Give me some time to get the page squared away. I will get the sound quality and the video quality up to a better forte for everybody, especially when I'm in the new room, when I'm in the new Raider room, the studio, the Captain Scallion studio, be a lot better. That they just painted it today, and I can't wait to move. Can't wait to move into it. Line is open 813-619-0834. Hopefully we'll have some calls. I mean, if we're not, I understand that people got things to do. I appreciate everybody being here. And we've been here for an hour and 10. I'll hang out for another 10 minutes. How's that? The reason why I'm on, like I said, if you want to talk, if you ever want to talk Raider football, I'm gonna do that with you. I have this show, the Ask Captain Jack show, which is primarily Raider football. There have been some people that called in to talk about their teams, and I'm not going to stop them. But if you want to talk sports, that's what the other, and you might see it underneath the banner there. You don't know jack about sports. Every Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Pacific, football, baseball, hockey, basketball, March Madness. I got a buddy that said he's going to call in and talk to me about croquet. He was pulling my chain. But if you want to talk about hopscotch and you're into hopscotch, I will listen intently and ask you why hopscotch needs to be an Olympic sport. And by the way, I think in the early 1900s, and somebody could check on this, I believe it was. There was some really, really unique Olympic sports. Because they said breakdancing is an Olympic sport again? Breakdancing from the 80s. Breakdancing, I believe, has been cleared to be an Olympic sport again. What else we got? On YouTube, it says the server isn't working. Couldn't comment on that. Thanks, Mr. Herrera. I don't know why. I'm getting the good feed here. I don't know, sir. I don't understand why. Listening, but I got 6 quarts of homemade chili going. Raider on. Hey, Neil, if the chili is good, and give the recipe. If it's a family recipe, I understand that, and you don't want to give it out. I got you. Because there's some recipes that it's kind of like the commercial that with the dog, wants to give up the recipe and it's top secret. I got you. Sounds good though. I love chili. Good on you, and happy chiliing. 813-619-0834. It's great to be here. I always enjoy the process. And thank you for joining me. I appreciate the views. It's enjoyable. What else we got? Should pro players play in the Olympics? Dusty, that's a damn good question. And if you look at it in my respect, okay, and I'm going to answer Dusty's, and then I'll answer Mr. Rare's. If they don't settle deal at the Coliseum, what do you think the option will be on short notice? I think that's if that can't be done in the Coliseum, I think that's when they go to Phoenix. And again, I don't know I know that San Diego supposedly is out. Okay, this is what I know. If San Diego is out, if San Francisco is out, and actually that's probably the first place to go, they're going to come crawling over and make a deal in Santa Clara. That's what will happen. I think the first option is we'll be going to Santa Clara and sharing the stadium with the 49ers. That's the first option if the Coliseum deal doesn't get done. And I'm going to say something that's going to piss off a lot of people that are in the Bay Area. I love the Raiders, and I love the fact that Raider fans hopefully have stuck with the team. If you guys saw my interview today with Jimmy Rollins, the Philadelphia Phillies shortstop, Oaktown proud, when I said, hey, we got Raider Nation listening to you, you know, he mumbled something underneath. There was some people laughing. And basically what I found out later on is that when the Raiders left Oakland to go down to Los Angeles, he became a Niner fan. Okay, I get that. His father has remained a Raider fan. And this is what it is in California. You know, that there's a lot of that hate and discontent. And Dusty, I haven't forgotten about your question. I'll get to it. But if the Raiders know that they are going to Las Vegas next year, and they've tried to stay in Oakland this last year, they were trying to do things this year to get them to stay there, and they won't sign the damn agreement, then I say it's like a Band-Aid. It's easier just to rip it off. And the ripping it off that is needed for the people of the Bay Area is to have the Raiders leave the Bay. Have the Raiders leave the Bay. I know it hurts. I do. I'm not saying I like it, I enjoy it, but that's the facts next year anyway. If the Raiders are going to be playing in Las Vegas in 2020, and they are, why are you sticking around for another year if you can't get the deal done? Get the hell out of the Bay. You're either going to be a Raider fan that sticks with them or you don't. You're either going to stick with the team or you're not. It doesn't matter where the team is. And if the team and the politicians are making you not get that last agreement, get the hell out of the Bay. Cheryl, thanks for joining me, honey. I appreciate that. You take care as well. Yeah, Raider Neil, I know about Al Davis turning over in his grave. I get it. But if they're not going to go to the Coliseum, I think the first option is go to Santa Clara. But I personally would go to Phoenix. Go to Phoenix. Get out of the Bay. Get the hell out of the Bay. Because you're leaving there next year anyway. Make the transition now. Make the transition now. Play in Phoenix. You did it before when the Raiders moved down to Los Angeles. The whole year before they moved to Los Angeles, they had practices in Oakland, and they flew to Los Angeles for the games. And then they practices in Oakland, and they flew to wherever they were going for the game. They had 16 road games, and actually 18 because they had was a preseason. They've done it before. They can do it again. Get the hell out of the Bay. But it's probably going to be Santa Clara if they can't do something with the Coliseum. Big L, about time you got here. Thank you for joining me. And I mean that sincerely. Thank you for joining me, sir. But get out of the Bay. Play in Phoenix. That's just me. And Dusty, as far as pros in the Olympics, no. I think the professionals, anybody that is getting paid in their sport, I mean, there are pros that play and they get endorsement deals. That's different. But if you're a professional, the Olympics were about athletes, young athletes, and those that were not of a professional nature, the best in the world against each other. So, Dusty, the answer to you is no. I think that professional athletes should not play in the Olympics. But that's me. I remember in the old days, I'm kind of dating myself here. In the old days of the communist bloc, when you had East Germany and the Soviet Union and, all of the Eastern European countries, Romania, Czechoslovakia, Poland, those teams were all professionals. They were communist bloc professionals. But it was because of the way that their systems ran. You couldn't win for the most part. The Soviet Union won the 1972 Olympics medal in basketball because of a bad call. And the Americans won bronze, and they never picked up their medal because it was a bull crap call, or they won silver, whichever. So no, I don't think that a professional athlete should play in the Olympics, and that's just the way I feel. Johnny Jimenez, we talked about AB. I just said that I don't want Antonio Brown at all. But don't click on anything until it's done, and we'll see it. But the most I would give up for Antonio Brown, he's worth it too. I'll give him that. He's worth it too. But the most I would give up for Antonio Brown, if I had to put a gun to my head, said, Captain Jack, you're the GM. You will get Antonio Brown. What do you want to give up for him? Is a 4. That's me. Nothing against AC, but bottom line is we are Raider fans no matter where they are. Thank you there, Mr. Herrera. I agree. I've been a Raider fan since I lived in Philadelphia as a kid. And that's why I have my Philadelphia stuff, because I'm a Philadelphia Phillies fan. I'm a Philadelphia Flyers fan. Never liked the Eagles. Been a Raiders fan because that's my team. I know it hurts being from the Bay and having your team ripped out from you. I never said that it didn't suck. I know it does. And if the Raiders have tried to go back and they were stating that they tried to go back to the Coliseum to give the fans one last hurrah, and then they won't sign the agreement, go somewhere else. But this right now, it's March 7th. The schedule comes out in April, but they need to plan the schedule based upon where the Raiders are going to be playing. I bet you they have the schedule made out for every team except the Raiders, because they don't know where the hell the Raiders are going to be playing. You got to figure it out. But that's what I say. Hello, Twan Prescott. Thank you for joining me. Should the Raiders get an edge rusher and safety, then primarily focus on the offense? They need an edge rusher. The kid from Delaware, I believe, that they had in the for the East North was it East West Shrine or North South game, with that whichever one. The North-South game, Senior Bowl. The kid that played safety that they already know how to play, it will be great to draft him. But like I said, if you don't want to do that, then go get Landon Collins. I think that here's the, and Neil, this is what I would do. Your primary, you need meat on the lines. You need another guard. You need a center. You need another edge rusher. Actually, you need 2. You need 2 edge rushers. And you need a linebacker. You need a corner and you need a safety. And you need a wide receiver. There's 7 right there. Let's get that. 2 edge rushers. Okay. You need a safety. You need a linebacker. You need a wide receiver. You need an offensive lineman. At least 6. I think I said 2 edge rushers. Did I say safety yet? I think so. You need to get these guys in the draft and don't grab a quarterback unless they're one that just drops to you this year, and it just I just wouldn't do it. What do you think is going to happen with Donald Penn? I think they're going to tender him, Jerry, and Donald Penn will be a swing tackle if he wants to stay, but it depends. That they're not going to offer him a lot of money. How about getting Kyler Murray as a backup quarterback? No. Johnny, no. My opinion. No offense, but I don't want Kyler Murray. He's going to be broken in half by the end of his first year. And everybody's going to say, well, Drew Brees has played 20 years and Russell Wilson, but they bulked up. Kyler Murray is a twig. Andy, thanks for coming in as well. I don't want Kyler Murray. I don't want Haskins. If I had it, and I told you this how many times in this conversation, well, I know you're coming in late. You want a quarterback this year, I'd go get the kid from Duke or maybe take a flyer on Will Grier. I think Will Grier is kind of like Cook that we had from Michigan. It never panned out. We'll see, but I don't think so. That's me. Okay, we're going on a minute. We're going on an hour and a half. I appreciate everybody coming in. Beto, thank you for coming in. I'm going to cut this at 1:30. Or I basically an hour, 30 minutes. So I'm going to start wrapping things up now. Again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for calling. Get the phone lines up, guys, gals, Raider Nerettes. I'm not shy. I'll talk. And I appreciate you calling in. Those that did. Appreciate you calling in. But I'd much rather talk to you than have you guys have a one-way conversation where I'm feeding you a bunch of stuff. That's why I like the give and take. I know it can't happen all the time, but I hope you at least enjoyed the show. And thanks to you. Thanks for your shares. Remember that this is on the J Captain Jack Rackham page, but the other page, the Captain Jack Rackham page, is where I normally do my Facebook stuff. And I'm going to make sure that next time, the next Facebook I do will be on that other page. So if I do a Facebook video, it'll be on the Captain Jack page. I just figured I'd come over here and let folks know about it. But be sure to go over and subscribe to the YouTube page. Go over to the Captain Jack Rackham page, not this page, but the other page. And thank you for coming and watching, viewing, participating, commenting. Get the word out that Captain Jack is there. And I'm going to be here, knock wood, for as long as I can. I'm going to be Raider 3,000% all the time. And I hope that you will enjoy that aspect. I will be out there for the games as soon as I know where we're playing. But there's that sticky widget. And when I can get that, can get the room done, we're going to the new studio. Can't wait. So again, thank you for joining me. This has been the Ask Captain Jack show. You know what the number is. I'm going to try to have it at a regular time during the week. I'll figure that one out. But remember, the Sunday show, until football season, the Sunday show is going to remain You Don't Know Jack About Sports. Join us on Sundays there. Ask Captain Jack will be primarily Raider focused. And then join us for the Black Shield and Galleon Wheel podcast on YouTube. And get over there and subscribe. And thank you for subscribing. This has been Captain Jack. Have a fantastic night. We'll see you next time here on YouTube and Facebook. Have a great night. And we'll see you next time.